Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day 51 of our this 60-day rule-based trading challenge. Today was a profitable day, but it was a nominal profitable day. But today, is an example of how the rule-based trading, we strictly adhere to. Although we had all the feelings and data points were kind of indicating towards a continued bullish trend, we exited based on the trailing stop loss. And post that, the market continued in our direction, but we don't care what happens post our exit because we always respect and want to adhere to the trading rules of the strategy. That is what it is, on a sustainable basis gives a positive result. So this is just a demonstration of how we could, although our mind and data, everything was saying no, continue to be in the trade, but we decided not to go by the hunch, but go clearly by the well-defined rules. Let's see what happened today in the by understanding what all transpired during the day. So we started the trade got triggered at 9:30 because our strategy was able to identify bullish day for today, and accordingly we sold the today being the weekly expiry day. We always trade the next week's instrument. The that is why the next week's 24,500 foot is what we sold at 100.25 at 9:30, and we exited our trailing stop loss. As you see here, 94.10 was our the trailing stop loss. We had put 94.10 as the trigger price and 94.40 as the exit price, but it got triggered at 94.10 and exited at 94.10. So this is at 2 o'clock, at 2:02 p.m. So what happened, if you look at the chart indices, this is the option chart, the premium chart, I would say. So this is the place at which we entered at right at the, so this is the first 5 minutes candle. So the after completion of the third three candle, the fourth candle beginning is where we entered into the trade. So 100.25. And as you see, post our entry, we always remained in a profitable zone, and it also went to a very, reasonably good level of profits. By premium melting down to 62.90, that means almost 40%, nearly 40% of the premium got melted over by this time. But as expected, being a expiry day, there is going to be a small correction always in the market, and it started going up. And since we after 1:30 we follow the trailing stop loss concept, that is the day low plus over that 50% is our becomes our stop loss. We had calculated 62.90 based on this candle, which is a low for that post 1:30. And over that, we have added 50%, which made 94.35 as our exit price. So that is why we had put 94.10 as our trigger price and 94.4 as our exit price. But it got triggered at 94.10 and it exited. But as you see here, this candle high is 96.10. Even 10, 20, 30 paisa here and there, it would have still exited over here. And after that, also for a while, it continued in that range, but it fell, continued its falling journey as we anticipated, more from a hunch or more from a data or more from a price action perspective. So, but we did not care about it. We just exited over here. And as you see the Nifty chart, this is the first three candles, which formed the reference for us as an opening range. And the after that, this is where we entered the fourth candle. This is a 5 minutes chart which we are talking over here. So the fourth candle beginning, we would have entered into the trade, and then it went into the in our direction, and after that it started falling. But still, our, as you saw from the premium perspective, it was completely melting. It was not really, it didn't go above. That is because if you see the VIX, VIX was continuously, started falling also after that. Like this is a place where we sold. This is a, say, 9:30 candle. This is the 9:30 candle of today. So post that, it took a dip, and that helped us to the premium, all the direction for a while In the indices, as you see here, it started going a little bit on a downside. Still, it did not melt so much, or rather, it did not go against us much. But only after the no post say 12:15 or so, like again going back to the indices chart. So this is the 12:15 candle, and post that you saw a sharp fall. Sharp fall is it's not really a negative trend as such, but from a day high, took a corrective move. And again, it started moving on an upward journey as we had anticipated. We exited somewhere here. Say this is the 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock candle, and this is where we exited. And post that, it still we were anticipating market might still close it slightly higher than the place at which we exited, but it didn't. It indeed went and closed above that price. But again, not going by the hunch is what is more important, and we just respected the rules of the strategy, and accordingly we exited the trade with a nominal profit. Like because our focus is never on the P&L, but more on a sticking to the rules and strictly following the rules of the strategy. So on this, we completed the day 51 as I mentioned earlier today, and then we sold the 24,500 put of the next week's option which we sold, and we sold at 100 rupee to 25 paise, and then we covered it at 94.10, which means we incurred a trading cost of 61 rupee 40 paise, which resulted in a nominal profit of about 400 rupees for the day. So the exit reason is TSL, and we were very confident in terms of the taking the trade today because the direction and the data points were all pointing towards the bullish trend for the day. So it indeed worked that way. So looking at the equity curve again, it helped us to nominally move up, inch up towards the uptrend for the equity curve after some dips in the recent past. So we again now seeing a trending upward, which is good. And then we are now at the completion of 51 days. We are at a 15.88% P&L, which is reasonably a very healthy P&L. So 9 more days to go. So we still don't want to start rejoicing on anything, because we are rejoicing that we were able to all these 51 days, except for one mistake. I think all the other days we in all the trades we were able to respect the rules, and even that one mistake costed us punished us reasonably well. So it's part of the game. But anyway, we continue to focus on the process always. That is, we are confident that process will result in positive outcomes. So that's all for today. Thank you for your continued supports. Please do join us for the 52nd day, that is tomorrow. So we will see you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day, great evening. Bye bye.